Hello friends, welcome to the platform of Purvanchal IS. This is our course on MPPSC. History of Madhya Pradesh is the topic that we have been discussing. In this session, we'll be discussing about the literature of Madhya Pradesh, the folk literature, and the important literature through the various ages of Madhya Pradesh. This is session number 9. Purvanchal IS is a venture for sustainable education by Dr. Ravi Agrahari sir and his team. We support underprivileged and poor students, and for online classes, you can download our app from the Google Play Store, or you can call us on this number. So, the course structure that we have been following is nothing but the syllabus of the prelim exam of MPPSC, the exams which will be conducted in 2021. The syllabus of them is here, and one of the topics, the unit 1 of it, that is history, culture and literature of Madhya Pradesh, we have been discussing. So here we have discussed a few of the topics, that is major events and major dynasties in the history of Madhya Pradesh. We have discussed contribution of Madhya Pradesh in freedom movement. We have discussed major arts and sculpture of Madhya Pradesh. Then major tribes and dialects of Madhya Pradesh, we have discussed that. Major festivals, major folk music, folk arts, we have discussed. We are left with folk literature of Madhya Pradesh to be discussed. Along with that, we will also be discussing the important literature and of Madhya Pradesh and their literature. We have already discussed religious and tourist places of Madhya Pradesh as part of this one. Then at the end, we'll be discussing important tribal personalities of Madhya Pradesh in the next session. Okay, so in this session, we'll discuss the literature part of this syllabus. So, folk literature of Madhya Pradesh is topic of our discussion. Also, the important literature of Madhya Pradesh and the literature. This is our topic, and we will be discussing a few practice questions. A few questions were asked in the previous session. We'll be answering them, and we will be having a look at a few questions related to this particular topic in this discussed in this session. So let us begin our discussion on folk literature and literature of Madhya Pradesh. So the first name that comes to us is Jagnik. So Jagnik is one of the most important the poet who has who was born in 1230 AD. He was a court poet, he was a warrior also of the Kalinjar of Chandel king Parimal Dev. So he is associated with Parimal Dev because he was a court poet as well as warrior of the Kalinjar of this Chandel king Parimal Dev. So, having a look at his works, we can say Alhakhand and Parimal Raso. These are the important works of Jagnik. Also, he wrote a detailed description of the heroic tales of the two famous heroes of Mahobalha and Udal. Okay, so he wrote about their heroic actions, he described them, and he is known because he was a court poet as well as warrior of Kalinjar of Chandel king Parimal Dev. Allah Khan and Parimal Raso. These are his important works. His other important work is the description of the heroic events of the two famous heroes of Mahobalha and Udal. Okay, so the next poet about whom we'll be talking is a saint also. So he is Sant Singaji. So he is a saint as well as a poet who was born in 1571 AD in Kajuri village. Okay, so he was born in Kajuri village. The important works of this saint as well as a poet are Sat Bar, Bara Masi, and Pandra Tithi. Okay, so these are his important works. He took Samadhi, and his Samadhi is mainly situated in Pipalia of Khandwa district, where a religious fair is organized every year. So he took samadhi, and you can see this is one of his samadhi, and this samadhi is situated in Pipalia of Khandwa district, right? So he is so revered, and his works are so well taken that he is worshipped as animal protector god. Okay, so he's worshipped as animal protector god, and Singaji is a small village also. So on his name, a village also has been named in Harsad Tehsil, 28 miles northeast of Khandwa in Madhya Pradesh. You can see the importance of Sant Singaji. He was born in Khajuri village. His works are Saat Bar, Baramasi, Pandra Tithi, and his samadhi is mainly situated in Pipalia of Khandwa district. He is revered as animal protector god, and a small village has also been named after him, which is in Harsad Tehsil in Khandwa in Madhya Pradesh. Right. So, Sant Singaji. So, discussing a little more about Sant Singaji, we can say he is considered to be of the period of 16th or 17th century, and it is said that Singaji was a poet and an enchanting saint himself, and that is why he is called Sant Singaji. Also, Singaji's camp and samadhi have been built at many places throughout Madhya Pradesh, and also fairs are organized here. Right, the spiritual songs of the poet Sant Singaji are known till date. So, spiritual songs of Sant Singaji are known, and they are sung also till date. Sant Singaji Reservoir has been constructed as part of the Narmada Sagar project in around 913 square meters. This is developed obviously on the Narmada River by the Narmada Hydroelectric Development Corporation, and this is considered to be the largest reservoir in India and the second largest in Asia. So the holy samadhi of Singaji has been constructed here, and this entire Singaji project cost was around 5 crore rupees. So you can see how important Sant Singaji was. We need to have a greater knowledge about him, and he was considered to be of 16th to 17th century, belonged to that period, and he himself was a poet and a saint, and also his camp and samadhi have been built at many places throughout Madhya Pradesh. Fairs are organized here. Spiritual songs of the poet are sung, and they are known till date. Also, the Sant has been so revered that Sant Singaji Reservoir, which is a part of the Narmada Sagar project, is has been developed by the Narmada Hydroelectric Development Corporation, and it is the largest reservoir in India, second largest in Asia. The holy samadhi of Singaji has also been constructed here, and the estimated cost of Singaji project is 5 crores. Okay, so that was about Sant Singaji. Other folk literature of Madhya Pradesh include Ghag, and he was born in 1753. His works include Ghag, Badri Ki uh, Kahawate. So this is about Ghag. Isuri is another important literature, folk literature here, and he was born in 1898. His works include Isuri Satsai, Isuri Prakash, and Premika Rajao. And Isuri Pandit, he himself was a contemporary of Gangadhar Vyas, and even today Bundelkhandis, they amongst them Isuri is the most popular poet, right? So two other folk literature, the one is Ghag and the other is Isuri, and these as we have seen have been really famous. Their works include Ghag Badri Ki Kahavatein, Isuri Satsai, Isuri Prakash, and Premika Rajao. And Gangadhar Vyas was a contemporary, and even today, Bundelkhand, he they are the most popular poet. The Suri is the most popular poet there. So now talking about important literature of Madhya Pradesh, we have finished a discussion on the folk literature and literature, important literature. We will be discussing this in as per different periods, that is the ancient, medieval, and modern period. So talking about the ancient period, the first and most important name that comes to our mind is of Kalidas. So the epics that he has written include Raghuvansham, Kumara Sambhavam, and the drama that he has written are Malvikagnimitra, Vikramo Varshiyam, Abhigyan Shakuntalam. And the poetry of Kalidas include Meghdut, Ritu Sanhar. Right. So these are his important works. Also, we'll be discussing about Bhartrahari. His works include Niti Shatak, Shringar Shatak, and Vairagya Shatak. Okay. So talking about Kalidas a little more, we can say he was a classical Sanskrit author. So you have to note the language. He was a Sanskrit author, and he's considered to be ancient India's greatest playwright and dramatist. Okay, so he's considered to be the greatest playwright and dramatist. His plays and poetry are primarily based on Vedas, Ramayana, Mahabharata, and the Puranas, right? So his plays and poetry, they are based on Vedas, Ramayana, Mahabharata, and the Puranas, and his life is mostly unknown. Most of the things are unknown except uh, what can be depicted out of his poetry and plays, and his works cannot be dated with the precision, but we can say he had authored them before 5th century AD, right? So this was about Kalidas from the ancient period of Madhya Pradesh. He is one of the most important literature, and he is a classical Sanskrit author, and the themes of his writings are Vedas, Ramayana, Mahabharata, and the Puranas, and he had authored them probably before 500 AD. Right. Other poet of ancient period is Bhartrihari. His works, as we have seen, are Niti Shatak, Shringar Shatak, and Vairagya Shatak. He himself is also a Sanskrit writer to whom two influential Sanskrit texts are attributed. The first one is Vakyapadya, and the other one is the Satakatraya. Satakatraya, right? So Vakyapadya is mostly on Sanskrit grammar and linguistic philosophy, right? So Indian grammatical tradition, he has given the foundational text for that in this, and he has explained various theories on the word and sentence, including theories which can be known as Sphota. Okay, and in his work he discussed about the logical problems of daily life, like the liar paradox and the paradox of unnameability and signifiability, and he has become to be known as Bhartrihari, and this particular paradox is known as Bhartrihari's paradox. So he has reflected upon the problems, logical problems, especially of the daily life too. Okay, in his Vakyapadya work, but it is primarily related to Sanskrit grammar, Indian grammatical tradition, theories on the word, sentences, etc. Okay, so the other work is of the Satakatraya, and this is the work of the Sanskrit poetry. Here there are three collections of about 100 stanzas, and may or may not be authored by the same author who composed the two mentioned grammatical works. Okay, so these are the works of Bhartruhari, and from this you can definitely get an idea of the kind of writings mostly related to the grammar, right? So the next ancient period literature is Bhav Bhuti. His works include Malti Madhav, Mahavircharit, and Uttar Ramcharit. Okay, so this Uttar Ramcharit is considered to be the first sad drama. Okay, so mostly delightful and happy and moral dramas were the stories or epics etc. were taken up previously, but this is considered to be the first sad drama. You can see Uttar Ramcharit. So this one is written by Bhav Bhuti. Right, so these are his works. Then the other literature is Banabhatta. His works include Hastacharita, first work of Banabhatta, then Kadambari. It is known as the first novel of the world. Right, so that needs to be noted down. Chandi Shatak and Parvati Parinai. Okay, so Bhavabhuti works include these, and the thing that needs to be remembered out of his works is this Uttar Ramcharit, which is considered to be the first sad drama. Then we have Banabhatta, whose Kadambari is known as the first novel known to the world. Right. So the literature of the next period or of the medieval period, Keshav Das, who composed Kavi Priya, Rasik Priya, Nakshik Varman, Ratan Bhavani, Veer Singh Dev Charit, and Jahangir Jas Chandrika, Ram Chandrika, Barahamsa, Chandmala, Vigyan Gita. All of these are the works of Keshav Das. Then we have Bhushan, who belongs to the medieval period as well. Shivraj Bhushan, Shiva Bhavani, Chatrasal Dashak, and Bhushan Ullas. These are the works of Bhushan. Then we have Padmakar, whose works include Prabodh, Pachasa, Ganga Lahan, Yamuna Lahari, Ram Rasayan, Rajniti Ki Vachnika, and Padma Bharan, Jagat Vinod, Alija Prakash, Pratap Singh Virudavali. Okay, so these are the poets of the medieval period, right? So moving on towards the modern period, we have various literature. The first name is of Makhanlal Chaturvedi. So his works include Him Kiritni, Him Tarangini, Mata Samarpan, Yug Charan, Sahitya Devta, Krishna Arjun Yudh Vanvasi. So his magazines include Prabha, Pratap, Karma Veer. Right. So Makhanlal Chaturvedi belongs to the modern period. Mulla Ramoji, the full name is Muhammad Siddiqui Mulla Ramoji. So his works include Gulabi Urdu, Lathi और भैंस, औरत जात बाल कृष्ण, औरत जात, and the next literature is Balkrishna Sharma Naveen. His works include Urmil, Pranpan, Kumkun, Apalak, Rashmi Rekha, हम विश्पय जन्म के. ठीक है, तो these are the works of these literature. Subhadra Kumari Chauhan was also one of the revered poets of the modern period of Madhya Pradesh. Her works include वीरों का कैसा हो वसंत, मुकुल, त्रिधारा, बिखरे मोती, सीधे साधे चित्र, सभा का खेल, उन्मादिनी, Jhansi Ki Rani, right? So these are her works. Then the other literature include Acharya Nand Dullare Vajpayee. His works include 20वीं शताब्दी आधुनिक साहित्य, राष्ट्रीय भाषा की कुछ समस्याएं, राष्ट्रीय साहित्य व अन्य निबंध, हिंदी साहित्य का आधुनिक युग, आधुनिक साहित्य सृजन और समीक्षा. Right, so these are the works of Acharya Nand Dullare Vajpayee. Then we have Dr. Shiv Mangal Singh Suman. His works include Hillol, Pralay Srajan, हर आंख नहीं भरी, मिट्टी की बारात, देन काटे अंगूठे सी, वंदना बढ़ाता ही गया. नेक्स्ट इज विंध्य हिमालय, वाणी की व्यथा. Right, so these are the works of Dr. Shiv Mangal Singh Suman. Then we have Gajanand Madhav Muktibodh. His works include चांद का मुंह टेढ़ा, तार शतक, सतह से उठता आदमी, कथका. Right, so these are the works of Gajanand Madhav Muktibodh. Then we have Bhavani Prasad Mishra. His works include Gandhi, पंचशाती, गीता पुरोष, दूसरा सप्तक, चकित है दुख, अंधेरी कविताएं, बुनी हुई रस्सी, खुशबू से शिलालेख, नीली रेखा तक. Right, so these are the works of Bhavani Prasad Mishra. Also, Harishankar Parsai was important literature of Madhya Pradesh of the modern period. तट की खोज, रानी नंगफानी की कहानी, हंसता है रोता है. These are his important works. Sharad Joshi has written परिक्रमा, फिर किसी बहाने, जीप पर सवार इलिया. बाल कवि बैराग्य has written दर्द दीवानी, दो टूक भावी, रक्षक देश के. All of these are his works. So in this way we have discussed the literature and literature of Madhya Pradesh, or the folk and through the ages, right? So the practice questions which we have discussed in the previous session, the answer to them will be discussed here. Which among the following paintings has the usage of linseed oil? The answer is Tilaga folk painting. Also we have which among the following painting is drawn at the time of Diwali by women using Geru, that is Suraiti painting. Then the questions for this session are Tat Ki Khoj is written by Sharad Joshi, Balkavi Bairagya, Makhanlal Chaturvedi, Harishankar Parsai. Also, the other practice question is which among the following is a work of Acharya Nand Dulare Vajpayee, 20वीं शताब्दी, and आधुनिक साहित्य, राष्ट्रीय भाषा की कुछ समस्याएं, और उत्तर रामचरित. So this should be which of the following is not a work. Okay, sorry for that. Which of these is not a work of Acharya Nand Dulare Vajpayee? So thank you, all the best, and for any other query you can contact us on this number.